Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be addressing an issue where the MySQL command is not recognized, so it's not found or not defined in the Windows PowerShell terminal when you try to execute it. So you type in MySQL, for example, and you get this error. So it's not recognized as the name of a cmdlet function and so forth. So to solve this issue, what you want to do here is go click on the Start menu. Then here in the search box, type in environment variables as you see me type it here. And you should get this result saying edit the system environment variables. So you want to click on that to open up those settings. And then here in the window that shows up, you want to click on environment variables, the button here in the bottom right. And in this interface that shows up, you want to focus on the lower part here saying system variables. You want to check the variable column and find the path variable. So if you need to scroll down, that's okay. But find the path variable here and then click on it to select it. And then after it's highlighted, click on the edit button here. And here we want to add the path to the MySQL executable as a new entry. But first, let's find that path. So open up the Windows File Explorer, go to your C drive here, then go to Program Files. I'm here assuming that you installed MySQL on the default location. If you installed it somewhere else, you need to find where you installed it. If you still haven't installed MySQL by any chance, check out the video that I linked in the description of this YouTube video, where I have a full tutorial on how to set up MySQL on Windows. But again, if you have it installed, find the installation folder. The default one again is in C Program Files, then find MySQL, go into that folder, then find the MySQL Server folder, go into that one, and then here find the bin folder. And you don't have to start anything. You can see that it has the MySQL executables and all that. But again, you don't need to start anything. What you need to do is at the top here, click on this like empty space to the right of the path, and it will actually show the full address on your C drive to this bin folder. It should be highlighted, or you can highlight it with your mouse. So click, left click and hold and drag over the path here. Then right click, select copy, and then go back to your environment variables interface that we've previously been on. So you can find it here and then click on new. You should see this new line kind of being highlighted and added. Here where you see the keyboard typing cursor, right click on it and then select paste. And then you can just click anywhere here in the empty rows and it should make that addition. And then you would click OK here, click OK here as well, and click OK here as well too. And that's now fine. And you can close out of this folder as well in the File Explorer. And what you want to do is now exit out of the Windows PowerShell or the command prompt terminal. And then you want to start it again. So Windows Start menu, search for PowerShell, and you should see this option saying Windows PowerShell System. So click on it. Don't click on these like ISE options. So just Windows PowerShell. And now if we maximize it here, if we type the MySQL command, now we see it's defined, so we're not getting the same error, we're getting a different one regarding the connection to MySQL. Typically, if you're using the root user, you will type MySQL space -u space root, another space -p, and then you would type in your MySQL root password, and then it should connect to it from your system terminal as well. If you're not sure about these commands or how to start MySQL from the terminal, again, I have a full tutorial on how to install MySQL and set it up on Windows. You can find in the description of this YouTube video, so make sure to follow that if you need any help setting everything up. If you had an error with the MySQL command in PowerShell or command prompt in Windows, this should solve it, and now you should have a working MySQL command in your terminal applications on the Windows system as well. So thank you for watching. If you found this useful, please take a second to like the video, subscribe to my channel. All your support means a lot to me to, just keep creating more videos. So thank you again all for watching, and I'll see you in a next video. Bye everyone.